adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, this is MCL3. Listen, I'm just chilling. Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Why every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC. You can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Beige, I'm your wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
Nobody can see that. Hello, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We have a great show for you guys today, and oh yeah, they can see it.
See you, so
Ron's knifing me
stabbing
with the
Jimmy.
grapefruit knife.
How come I don't hear myself? Am I audible out there, folks?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't hear me. Why don't I hear me?
Because I turned your headphones down. You just told me to turn it down.
Well, the music comes in so loud.
How's this better?
That's much better.
Okay, all right, everybody. Here we go. We want to welcome everybody. Let me say hi to everybody. I have this weird thing that keeps coming up on my screen. I got to get rid of it. Hold on one second. All right, everybody. We got a great show for you today. Before we get started telling you about all the stuff that we had going on, let me first introduce my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell, with his Betty Davis shirt.
I wore that for my friend Bruce. Stephen. What am I saying, Bruce? For my friend Stephen, because he's an old bag, too.
Oh, and he's going to be our guest today.
Yeah, and we old bags know who Betty Davis was.
There you go.
But I'm really not speaking to anybody. I'm totally conceited and narcissistic, and I'm living in my own bubble of delight. Because I was coming down the escalator.
Oh, wait. Let's say hi to everybody, and then you can tell your damn story.
I just said hi to everybody.
I know, but we have to say hi to the chat room and say hi to everybody else.
Okay.
And then you can tell them, because it's a good story, and people are going to really like it, and I won't interrupt at all. All right, everybody. So Ron's got several good stories to tell you, but before we do that, let's say hi to everybody, starting out with Danielle at W4CY. Hey, Danielle, how you doing?
Hello. I'm good. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
Feeling
even though
wonderful. I did not get the flu. Jimmy didn't give it to me.
Yes, I'm so happy about that. Then we've got the fabulous Scotty J in Philadelphia. What's up, Scotty J?
Hey.
That's Fat Albert. Scotty, you would have loved NAMM. Like, we met all kinds of people that you already know, but it was very cool. And we'll tell you who some of the people we met in a minute. And then we've got the chat room filled with people. What's up, chat room? Let's say hi. We have first of all, everybody, I'm doing a little bit better today. The last 2 days, I couldn't walk at all, so thanks for all the concern and care. Ron took very good care of me. We got Dave Hughes in the chat room, Teresa Sabin, Pat Grant from Canada, Thomas Claxton, who we spent a lot of time with this weekend, is in the chat room. Twiz and White Piece is in the chat room. I don't know, it's going by fast. Anybody in the chat room, we had a great time. We got two great guests for you guys today. We have Steve Bluestein coming on, author and comedian, and then we have celebrity chef Ryan Rondino coming on. I think that's going to be our first chef. And we want to thank everybody for tuning into the show on iHeartRadio. We made the top 100 podcasts on iHeartRadio for the fourth time with Cece Hendricks. Yay! And
Cece was wonderful.
And Adrian Huff. So we appreciate that, everybody. And Backpack John is in the chat room. So what's up, everybody? Now Ron's going to tell you you're going to tell NAMM stories first or Nation's Fire stories first?
Well, Nation's Fire stories, there really are no stories except that we were with people we love. I mean, my Lorene Landon, who was starring in the film, was absolutely incredible in this movie. She washed her face completely, not a drop of makeup, and played a drunken, mean, nasty old hippie woman who was married to Bruce Dern. Her performance is really stunningly wonderful, and she's just a beauty, as you know. But they did special lighting to make her look haggard and old and wretched, and she did. But that's what the part called for. So when you see the movie, don't say, oh, that's what she looks like without makeup, because that was all done with tricks and makeup to age her, to make her look old.
Let me fill everybody in a little bit. So you guys, Nation's Fire, it's written and directed by Thomas Churchill. The movie came out Tuesday on all your video on demand platforms and retail stores. Some of the cool people that we got to meet at the event, some of them we knew. We knew Marilyn Gigliotti already. She's from Clerks. Lou Ferrigno Jr., who was just a charming guy. He's on SWAT right now on CBS.
Handsome and down to earth and real and sweet.
We invited Cece Hendricks, our last week's guest, to come, and she came. It was fun.
Looking absolutely androgynous, and everybody was freaking out over her.
Rusty Coons from Sons of Anarchy was there. Paul Logan. Angie Baby, who we always talk about, Angela Joseph.
No, listen, you're not allowed to call her Angie Baby.
Okay, Ron's Angie Baby. For me, she's Angela.
That's my pet name for Angie Baby was there. And my soon-to-be future husband, Joe Kelly was there.
And then Angie Stevenson from Sons of Anarchy was there. Lorene Landon, Marcel Walsh, Chuck Liddell, who's the really famous MMA fighter turned actor.
Don't forget Sherry Davis
was there. Lou Temple,
looking stunning in a red dress with peekaboo boobs.
Lou Temple from The Walking Dead, and he is also the bad guy in that Kidnap movie with Halle Berry. Jan Birch from The People Under the Stairs. Vincent Ward from The Walking Dead. Alexis Iacano.
Oh, my gorgeous Alexis, who I call Ava Gardner. She gets more beautiful each time I see her.
And then Joe Kelly and
Dave
Bailey.
I said Joe Kelly.
Clown Motel.
But you're leaving out the little girl who threw up in the movie.
The little girl.
What's her name? I love her. My little lady, the little lady that vomited the green stuff in that movie.
Oh, Eileen Dietz from The Exorcist.
Right, Eileen Dietz. Eileen, I'm sorry. I forgot your name, Eileen. I'm so sorry. I think she's the most adorable thing in the world.
Oh, my God. That was so funny. So we had a really good time. The movie's really good. It's gotten great reviews so far. It said for an independent, low-budget film that it's
it was good.
Good.
We only stayed for half of it because we had to race down to Anaheim to go to NAMM. But whatever I saw, I enjoyed. I would have loved to have gone to the after party and hung out with all our buddies, but, show business is not social. It's work, work, work. So we drove quickly down to Anaheim, and we went into NAMM, and we saw...
Nights After NAMM, the concert.
What?
We went to the Nights After NAMM concert.
I don't know what the fuck it was. I went. I have no idea where I was, who it was, who they were. I was talking to people, and Jimmy would yell at me, "Did you know who that was?" And I said, "No." He told me the name, and still I was a blank. I mean, I was never a fan of rock and roll, let alone heavy metal or those groups. Don't forget, I'm old. When those groups came out, I was already in my 30s or late 30s, early 40s. And at that age, you really don't sit down and smoke pot and listen to Chicago.
Which we met Will Champlin, whose dad's in Chicago.
It was terrific. What I got excited about was Sinbad was there, and we know Sinbad, and we really like him a lot. And he was on stage, and he introduced Earth, Wind, and Fire.
And Kenny Loggins.
Wait a minute. Kenny Loggins, which is what I know. And Eileen said, I met the manager, and he said we could go backstage and interview Earth, Wind, and Fire. So I was all aglow and happy. There had to be 50 million people there. I have never seen so many people in one place. No matter where you went, there were genius. They built this huge convention center that holds 1 million people, and they had 2 urinals. So we had a line around the block waiting to pee. And at my age, you don't have that much time to wait. When it calls, you have to go, or you sort of, wee in your pants. So I tried to con somebody to let me go first, and those horrible young people wouldn't do that. There's no respect anymore for age in this country, I guess.
But we did find other bathrooms that
there
didn't have
are other
lines
bathrooms. One had 6 urinals. Still not enough urinals. You have to write in about we need more urinals in this country. We drink water now more than ever before. We drink bottles and bottles of water a day. 20 years ago, we didn't drink water at all. We didn't drink anything. We just drank booze. So now that we drink so much water, we urinate a lot. We need more toilets.
Also, we want to give another shout out real quick. Lorene Landon has joined us, which, Lorene, we loved your performance.
Oh, my darling,
in
my
Nation's
sweetheart,
Fire.
my love,
and
my honey bunch.
And B. Claudia has also joined us from Germany. So what's up,
Hey,
B?
yeah, hi, BB. I want to speak with my Lorene, darling, you got balls. You're good. You're brave. You washed your face. You hung your hair. You went and did a fabulous job. I was so impressed. I swear to you, you should be nominated for something for that film because your performance is so not who you are. If everyone out there knew Lorene, she's a dove. She's the kindest, sweetest, most gentle, soft person who never raises her voice, and I've never seen get angry or mean. In this film, you want to beat the shit out of her. She's a nasty, drunken bitch who even her own daughter in the film can't stand her. She was brilliant. Churchill did a wonderful job with the movie. I truly enjoyed it. I suggest you go see it. Lorene, I want to see you socially. Are you going to the thing that we're going to?
No.
Is she coming with us to the? Oh no. Where are you going? Which Oscar party are you going to?
She's going to Roger Neal.
Are you going to Roger Neal's Oscar party? If not, come to our Oscar party. Sadie and Miles is coming and a bunch of our other friends. Anyway, that's out of the way.
So tell everybody. Let me tell them who we met at NAMM, and then you can tell them your story.
Well, let me tell you who I met. The most adorable little girl who was a drummer for Cyndi Lauper. Now, I know Cyndi Lauper, so I was able to talk to this lovely girl. Then I met, I don't know who he was, but I know that what did he play for Chicago?
Who?
I don't know. I mean,
Will Champlin?
Is that who it was?
I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know. Some guy played in Chicago, and I said to him, where else do you play? All right? And he looked at me like I was a retard, and I thought, oh, you mean the group Chicago? I'm sorry. I thought that you played in Chicago. And you don't play anywhere else. I couldn't figure it out. So he knew that he was talking to Nil and Void. He politely smiled and kept on walking.
You met the singer for Santana.
I know who Santana is. And I met the new lead singer, and he was okay, but standoffish, thought who he was. But then again, if I was a lead singer for Santana, I'd have a little bit of an attitude, maybe two. But everybody was genuinely friendly. No one was dressed. Everybody looked like bad people. Torn jeans, ripped crap, ugly jackets. Everything was disheveled, no hair. Women, it was a mess. So if you're going there for glamour and beauty, don't. Everybody looked like they needed a handout. Meanwhile, some of them are zillionaires.
So some of the people that we met while we were there, both at Nights After NAMM and during NAMM. First of all, Nights After NAMM was the Think Experience band. So we already knew Tony Franklin, Scott Page, Stephen Perkins, and Kenny Olson.
Best friends of ours. We loved them.
We got to finally meet in the flesh Thomas Claxton, who's been a guest on the show. We did all kinds of stuff. And man, is he a phenomenal musician.
We went to dinner twice with Thomas.
And he did a little set with Scott Page at one of the booths, and he was just absolutely amazing.
Let me interrupt why he was amazing. He didn't do that shit that I don't understand, that yelling, screaming, and banging and noise. It was all noise. He did music. He sang better than Elvis Presley. His voice is beautiful, and I really wish that he would sing that kind of music. I think we need to have that music back again. There are too many screamers out there. Everybody, even in Pink Floyd, they were screaming. The three girls screaming like they were being raped. I mean, I don't get it. You know, what happened to singers? Screaming is in? Okay. I'm an old goat. What can I tell you?
Then, though, we also met part of the Think Experience band is Will Champlin, whose dad is Bill Champlin from Chicago, and he was on The Voice. He's super talented vocalist. Then we met, Kenny Olson was also there. I didn't mention him. We met Terry Ilous. I don't know how you pronounce it. He's the singer for Great White. I met Slim from the R&B group 112. We met Carmine Appice, who I had met many, many years ago from Vanilla Fudge. We met Jen Majura, who's the lead guitarist for Evanescence. She was awesome.
And then, of course, we had our buddies, Scott Page.
I mentioned them, though.
Well, I want to mention him again. Okay. And Soho Johnny, a new up-and-coming great singer and superstar on his way up the charts.
And then we had Derek.
And Eileen Shapiro was there. Of course, naturally.
I'm only halfway through the list, so I'll add them. How's that?
Oh, can I stab you with this knife?
No, we met Doug Aldrich from Whitesnake. Derek Day was there from Think Experience. Robert Mason from Warrant. Greg Bissonette from the David Lee Roth Band. Billy DeBlasi is the drummer for the Hailers, one of my favorite drummers, and his wife, Lori. They're fabulous. Gilby Clarke from Guns N' Roses. And then...
Wayne Page was there, a very sweet, dear friend of mine, Scott's wife.
And then we also, the highlight of every person that we met, though, and we met probably, between the two events, we probably met 100 famous people. And my favorite of all was Drum roll. Brian Austin Green, everybody. I met Brian Austin Green from Beverly Hills 90210, and I was totally fanned out. I was like the biggest fanboy ever because that was like my favorite show in the 80s.
I was depressed because Johnny Mathis wasn't there, and I would have loved to have met him. But Johnny doesn't go to that kind of crap. He sings real music. But as I was strolling along,
my gosh.
What?
Thomas Claxton's going, I was there. I saw Jimmy geek out to Brian Austin Green.
Anyway.
He was super cool, too, by the way, everybody.
As I was walking, there was these 5 people who looked outstandingly dressed. The only ones in the whole convention center, stunningly dressed. And the one fella was dressed in the most gorgeous boots and leather pants and lizard jacket. I mean, he was stunningly beautiful. And I stopped and I said to him, okay, who are you and what do you do? And he said, well, this is my name, which I forgot. And he said, well, what can I tell you? And he said, I'm the king of the strip in Las Vegas. I've worked Las Vegas forever. And this is my manager, and this is my wife or girlfriend, the dancer from our group. And then there was another guy there called Shingles or Silly or Shivers.
I don't know.
Whatever. So the business manager said to me, we have a problem. I said, what is it? She said, they're not allowing black, because these people were all black. They're not allowing black people to work the strip on Las Vegas anymore. And if a black singer is appearing there, the orchestra or the band has to be white. I said to her, wait a minute, what year are we in, 1960? This can't be. This is an impossibility. I think something's wrong. And the manager said, no, this is what it is. And the guy with the lizard coat, who I absolutely love, we became good friends, and he's going to face...
We're going to have him on the show soon once we figure out who he is.
What's his name?
I don't know. I didn't meet him.
He said he's going to Facebook me, and you know what? How can I accept him when I don't know his name? I mean,
You'll recognize him.
How am I going to recognize him?
You talk to him.
Yeah, but if he comes to ask me to be a friend, how am I going to see him?
You look at the little pictures. You go on the profile and look on the pictures, and it'll say King of Vegas.
Good. Anyway, he was sensational, the most fabulous guy. Now we're talking my talk, Mary Wilson, Motown, all of the great performers of years ago who I was flipping out. He worked with all of them. He even worked with Miss Ross, Miss Diana, I Want to Be White Ross. And he said she's a bit of a problem. Everybody that I talked to has said she's a bit of a problem, except Scott Page. He said he worked with her for 2 weeks and she was delightful.
Like months, a half a year. He
a half a year. Well, I guess she had to be nice to him for half a year. What was she going to do? Fight with him for half a year? Anyway, they knew who Mary Wells was. Not that any of you out there know who she is, but Mary Wells was the gal that made Motown and put it on the map. So these people are fabulous. I love them all. We hung out. I did that like a 20-minute interview. If you want to see any of the interviews that I did, I am now on a reality show called New York. What is it called?
I don't know. I have to look it up.
New York Vague, I think, or something like that.
New Vague City or something.
New Vague City. It's shot in New York with a terrific cameraman. And
Kino.
Kino. And now we're shooting this week the red carpet at whatever we're going to on Friday.
The name of the show is New Vague City. It's produced by Kino and Soho Johnny. And Ron was doing interviews all day with it. And when we find out more information, we'll let you know. Right now, they're just putting footage together for the first show.
So you could see all of it, and then you'll hear what these people have to say. Now, anyone out there that has any information about this not allowing black people, or not allowing, but not hiring too many black people, let's put it that way, on the strip in Las Vegas, please contact me at ronrussellshow.aol.com. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I promised them that I would help them when I told them that we have almost 5 million people watching us every week.
We also we're going to have them on the show, and they can
and they're fabulous. I mean,
directly.
If I tell you they're my new best friends. I love them. I can't wait to introduce them to Cece Henderson. I think Cece
Peniston.
Come on. Henderson.
Who's that?
Cece
Hendricks.
Oh, you know what? I'm just getting over whatever. I'm getting over living with Jimmy sick. It wasn't easy.
I'm not kidding you either, you guys. When I say sick, I couldn't walk yesterday. Every time I stood my head up, I was throwing up everywhere.
Jimmy is the sweetest, nicest guy, but when he's sick, he's the meanest motherfucker you ever met in your life.
I'm not mean. I didn't torture him.
He tortured me and ran me down ragged.
I was in the bathroom throwing up, and he kept asking me if I was okay. And obviously, I'm not okay. I'm fucking throwing my brains out.
Yeah, but you didn't have to scream at me like a violent human being.
Well, I mean, I was dying.
And he yelled at me like meanness and like he wanted to kill me. I'm vomiting. I mean, you had to hear him growl. So you know what I did?
Sick as shit.
I went in the kitchen. I fixed myself a little lemonade.
No, he made me soup. You made me chicken soup.
Yeah, but the poison didn't work. I put in it.
Yeah. Anyway,
I should have put more rat.
If it wasn't for Ron, I'd still be very sick because he got me some kind of like thing that made me stop throwing up. And considering I was throwing up for about 10 hours.
If it wasn't for Ron, you'd still be in Florida with a Fakakta radio show with nobody on it.
That's not true.
That is true. I can't stand it.
Which, by the way, we had a very good time hanging out with Dean. I don't know. Did I mention that already?
Yeah, Dean is a character.
Dean's a character. We had a great time.
We discussed politics. We went to dinner with Dean and had a really nice time. We went to where did we go?
House of Blues with Thomas Claxton and Dean.
With Tommy Claxton and Dean. And we had a nice evening with Dean. But we saw a lot of Dean, probably too much of Dean, more than I needed to see. So Pike Man, if you're listening, next time, not so much, okay?
No, don't say
I'm
that.
teasing.
I know, but he might not know that.
No, are you kidding?
We had a great time with
bust
Pipe Man.
Dean's chops all the time. Dean and I have a play. We play off of each other. He ranks on me, I rank on him, and we have the best time, right, Dean?
And it was very fun. So anyway, you guys, we've got to call our first guest.
I didn't tell my escalator
story. Oh, wait,
story.
tell your escalator story.
Because it made my whole trip wonderful.
Okay, this is good.
I wasn't having the best time. I was exhausted. You know, we got to bed at 5:30 in the morning, up at 8. I was lacking sleep.
And we were on our way to the Ultimate Nam Jam.
Yeah, I mean, I know where I was going. It
was in the Hilton Hotel.
They dragged me along like I was a teenager. I was like a rag doll. You know, you pulled me by my collar and dragged me. Anyway, we're going down the escalator.
Up the escalator.
Up the escalator. What do I know if I'm up or down anymore? 3 beautiful girls, one with white blonde hair, big eyelashes, a redhead, and a pretty brunette. Young, beautiful, and a blonde. Well, when they saw me, they started to scream, "You're gorgeous! Oh my God, you're so handsome! You're beautiful!" And the 3 of them were screaming and waving at me. And all my Soho Johnny saw it, and all the guys.
Nino and Kino.
And I just stood there like a star, and I said, "I get the 20-year-olds too, women."
He's not joking, you guys. There was thousands of people, and everybody turned around to see what these 3 hot, and they weren't just like okay-looking women.
Yeah,
they were like super smoking hot, like 25-year-old girls.
That's because they know good stuff when they see it.
And they were screaming, going hysterical from it.
And I was loving every second of it.
It was fabulous.
Now, if I was straight, I would have got off the escalator, probably banged all 3 of them. But I don't do that stuff.
It was very cool. He was actually hit on everywhere he went. And but that was the first one. That was the only one where the people were so vocal and loud about it that everybody in the whole place saw him.
I felt like a star.
You are a star. All right, let's call our first guest.
Oh, that's Steve Ulla?
Yes, let's call Steve. You guys, we're going to call Steve Bluestein.
That gave me the raw grapefruit?
That's right. Oh, that you're eating now still.
No, my grapefruit now is for days in the sun. Look how gorgeous.
I know. There you go. Oh, see, they say you are a star.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Thomas Claxton said all the girls at the House of Blues were flirting with you too, which is true.
I think they.
But that wasn't the same as like having
I think they like the idea that this old goat is still walking and talking, and I think they kind of.
They all think you're like 55 years old.
Well,
they don't know that you're older.
Well, let Steve Bluestein hear this. She's so evil. Oh, she's an evil queen. Where do we get this beauty on the air? He's going to say, oh, that's because they all need glasses or something. Watch, Steve, you'll have something to say.
So are you working on that now, Scotty J? Did he disappear? Okay.
Steve Bluestein?
I think it's Stein, isn't it?
What the fuck his name is? He's my dear friend that I love. Are you kidding? Steve is my buddy.
That's hilarious. I did a test Skype with him yesterday, so hopefully it'll work.
Oh, she's a dumb
He's testing out some douche right now.
He's testing out some douche. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson just joined us. Hit your little video. There you go. Hello.
There's Mia. You're so good looking.
Oh, look, he got a haircut.
Look at you. Look, you got pretty
Yeah,
for
I got
the
a
show.
haircut.
For the show, you got pretty. You
wait.
don't look your drecky self.
Yeah, hold it. Hold it. I'll hold it like this. Wait.
Don't make it bounce. I'll vomit. Steveler.
Hang on, let's introduce him.
What?
Introduce this character.
All right, everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, comedian, writer, author, Steve Bluestein. Hello and welcome to the show.
And dear friend of ours, don't forget that.
That's right. And dear friend of ours. All right, Ron, go ahead.
Steveler, look here, darling. That's the grapefruit. This is the
You cut it
grapefruit.
the wrong way.
No,
You cut
wait a
it the wrong
second.
way.
What the fuck are you, a
Yeah,
grapefruit?
you did cut it the
Shut
wrong
up.
way.
I don't care. Meanwhile, the ones
It
you
looks
gave
like a
me,
vagina.
what do you know what a vagina looks like? Anyway, listen, you gave me green ones. We couldn't eat them. So I had them out in the sun for like 2 weeks. This is a Steve, whatever his last name, Steinberg, Greenberg. It's a very Jewy name. So what is it, Steve? I love
Schwartz.
you. I love you, my sweet. Now you're going to talk today about your prostate.
Right.
We can't wait.
So first on, everybody.
You know, wait a minute. You look so handsome today. I might fall in love with you myself. You really look handsome.
I showered.
Oh, good.
Oh, wow.
And you shaved.
And the haircut
and you
looks
got a
great.
When you
And I have a new barber. His name is Ward Wade. Ward Wade. In
any
Palm
relation
Springs.
to Robin, Superman's Wayne?
No. Wait, I'm wrong. It's not Ward Wade. It's Wade. Oh, I don't remember. He's a barber.
That's why I love you, because you're as nil void as I am. Starting already. Meanwhile, Joanne Horowitz puts in my Facebook, I mean, I'm going to kill her when I see her. How can I see Stevie? I said, Joanne, for 900 times we have told you how to tune into the show. So I promised her I'd make Jimmy put a link on.
I put a link up.
Oh, you did for Joanne?
Yeah.
So Joanne Horowitz, if you're there, honey, forget it. You're not from today. You're an old bag like us. You don't know from anything that's computers. Don't feel bad. None of us do. But we love you anyway. And you're a very beautiful woman. Get rid of your husband. Get one young.
Yeah. You gotta fucking love it. So you guys listen. First of all, Steve, say hi to our chat room. There's a ton of people in the chat room. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody in the chat room.
There you go. You guys, Steve now lives in Palm Springs. That was terrific. Steve now lives in Palm Springs, and one of the last times we had him on, he was on talking about his book, Memoirs of a Nobody. For anybody who doesn't know, he's a founding member of the Groundlings. Ron's like going to make a mess eating grapefruit here.
This grapefruit is divine. It's got juice pouring out. Look at that great pink. Oh, can't wait to eat it.
Oh my God, I can't believe he's eating that just like that. All right. So you guys,
your fruit is delicious.
Now he's got a new book called Take My Prostate Please that chronicles 4-month journey battling prostate cancer. And obviously everything has went well with it, and he's looking better than ever. Actually, you look better than I've ever seen you in all the couple of years we've known you.
You know, I was been busy.
Really?
I've been busy for a couple of weeks. Did you have any Botox or Restylane shot in that kisser?
I had a facelift. I had a facelift in the last 2 weeks. Let's talk about the book, for crap's sake. So
Don't get pushy. Don't get
I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and when I went to doctor's appointments, things that happened only to me started happening. So I decided that clean them. And what happened was every day I'd come home, I'd sit down and I'd write, even after the surgery. And I ended up with the book that I'm being told is very, 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 very funny, and helpful to anyone who's going through this. Because as a matter of fact, someone wrote me yesterday that said they bought the book and it took away the anxiety. Look at how they're both not interested. They took away the anxiety of what was coming. And that's exactly why I wanted to write the book.
I'd rather hear about your sex change book. That's more exciting. How'd they sew the wang on you, and whose wang was it? You froze.
Nobody's coughing. Oh, hang on, everybody.
I love Skype.
That
Anyway.
is one hell of a still right there, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I'll
There you
tell
go.
you, if you got 2 tin cans and some string, it would work better.
I agree.
That's something Rob would say.
You remember, my mother used to wear girdles, and the best tubes were the girdle tubes. The girdles came in. If you cut them in half with a string, you could hear everybody. They were the best telephones when we were kids.
I wonder if kids nowadays even know about that. Hey, chat room,
What
any
a
of you young
girdle
people,
is.
do you guys know about putting string in cans and like listening to each other like phones? We used to do that when I was little.
You pulled the rope tight, and you can hear each other.
Well, you know, let me tell you how poor, and I'm not making a joke, how poor I was growing up. One of my favorite toys was we'd take a plastic cup and you'd put some dish liquid in it, and then you'd put water in it, and then with a spoon, you would whip it up into a foam, and then you would put food coloring in it, and you'd get a colored foam, and that used to entertain us for hours. And that was like my best toy.
No wonder you're Meshuggah. But no, I thought you were going to say bubbles. You were going to blow bubbles.
Bubbles already the rich kids had. All we had was a plastic cup and a spoon.
You know what we did?
I was not poor. I was a war child, and everything they did, they gave to the Second World War. So we didn't have coal to heat the house. And my sister and I, in the wintertime, would do art on the window because it was all Jack Frost. So with our fingernail, we would make beautiful paintings and stuff. And it would stay for days because we lived in our house was a cold water house. No hot water. Yeah. We used to have to put the spaghetti pot on the stove, boil the water, throw it in the bathtub, and we took a bath in like 2 inches of water. Well, the war, everything went to the war.
We would do a contest where everybody would have to put an Alka-Seltzer in their mouth and then fill their mouth with water. Fill their mouth with water. And then you have to touch nose to nose. And the first one who can't hold it any longer and spits over the other one face spits this shit all over the guy's face loses.
That's like how you have sex.
Good. I thought you were going to say and pretend
I hate
an epileptic fit.
That's hilarious. I love it all. So hang on.
So tell us more about your book. Let's hear all about the.
Tell us something funny in your book.
The details.
Well, like here's an example. I call the doctor's office and I say I need to follow up appointment. She says, "Okay, can you come in on the 2nd?" I say, "Sure, I can come in on the 2nd." 4 days later, she calls me up and she says, "I'm sorry he's not here on the 2nd. Can you come in on the 9th?" And I said, "Yeah, I can come in on the 9th. 5 days later, she calls me back and says, "I'm sorry, he won't be here on the 9th. Can you come in on the 17th? And I said, "Wait a minute. This guy's got to be practicing medicine sometime. Can I get one of those times?" And she laughed hysterically. But that's the kind of stuff that happens only to me. So she actually called me back 2 more times and changed the appointment 2 more times. And I said, "No, I'm not." I said, "I'm coming in. He better be there."
And was he there?
I said to her, "I didn't come in there for a haircut. I had surgery. I need to see the doctor." So boy, you two give a lot of feedback. Are you?
You give a lot of feedback.
No, I'm sitting here in shock because you're so fucking boring. I can't believe that you came on my show and you're pulling this shit. In person, you are hilariously funny. What's doing with you today, Steve? Get with the funny. Get with the jokes.
Actually,
it's give and take. It's give and take, and you two are just it's like I'm talking to Madame Tussauds over there.
Yeah, well, I'm stunningly gorgeous. I don't have to talk to you anymore.
I'm sick.
If
I'm
you
happy
heard
to
how
be
we
going.
opened the show, what happened at Nam? All the girls screaming at me going up the escalator. Woo, woo, woo. Anyway, listen.
Hold on, they want to know.
Wait
first
a
of all,
minute. I think what day is this? Wednesday. Not this coming Sunday, but the next Sunday. I'm inviting you over for dinner. My friend Brandon Warsick is coming over. You've never met Brandon?
Okay, this isn't like an on-air conversation.
Yeah, it is because it's better than the shit he was saying. Everybody loves
saying.
to hear this stuff. So
We'll
talk later.
Let me tell you how much the show has helped me with my book sales. 7 people just returned the book.
Meanwhile,
wait. Tell everybody the name of the book again, because there's people in the chat room.
Wait a minute.
Who want to know how
before you even go there.
Ron, will you shut up?
Never happened, baby. That's how I make my living. Listen, he never gave.
So the name of the book.
Wait. Let me just say something. He never gave me a book.
Right.
I never read it, so how could I talk about it, Dumkov?
That's okay.
Oh, so now you tell me. Why don't you tell me after the show is over? The name of the book is Take My Prostate, Please. And it's available on Amazon, on Barnes & Noble, iBook, book, and for enough money, I'll come to the house and show you my...
Actually, Big Claudia is in the chat room, and she buys all the books of every guest who comes on. So you're going to sell one to Big Claudia because she loves it.
Oh, that's great.
So now you made enough money to go to lunch, maybe. What do you get for a book? How much is your book?
$20.
Well, they're $20 for the paperback, and $9.95 for the Kindle, and I think $27 for the hardcover.
You know, you can make more money.
Oh, you really have it in a hardcover?
You could make more money than that you could make more money than that on Hollywood Boulevard in an hour.
Giving out books.
No. Giving out. She said she loved your first book, that it was fabulous.
Yeah, it was a good book. I don't remember it, but it was good. I read it.
So are you like everything good with your prostate surgery? Everything went good and you're chronicling
you better check
it all.
that cough. You may have what we had.
Bronchitis.
It starts with a cough, Stevie. Go to the doctor. Check if you have bronchitis.
Yeah. No, I'm. This is the end of it. What was the question?
Are you well?
You don't know either.
No. Are you well from the prostate cancer? Is everything okay for you?
Yes. Thank God they got everything, because we got it very early, like within the first 3 months that they, of discovery, they got it.
What were the symptoms?
There were no symptoms.
So how'd you know you had prostate cancer? He froze. What kind of Wi-Fi do you have?
I don't know if that's him or us.
I hate it. I can't do this anymore.
Is that him?
Well, hold it.
It's Steve, guys.
I'm at the...
Okay. Thank you.
Steve, you have lousy Wi-Fi.
No. You know what? I'm on the east wing of the house.
We'll go to the west wing, Mr. Trump.
I'm going to the west wing where I can hear.
Well, you'd be near your router. The closer to your router, the better.
Sit on the router.
I'm going to go to the router. Although the television is on, it should be shut off. Okay, let me shut the TV off. Hold on.
You guys, he has a really big house. We were there for New Year's Eve.
I don't want to say this house is big, but it has a luggage department.
Yeah.
There's baggage claim at this house.
Already, though, it sounds better, so I think you're going to be better there. Right. So terrific. Okay.
The only bags at your house are under your eyes. Admit it. And they're not even Gucci.
Yeah.
Now listen, let's get serious. So you had no symptoms of your now that your prostate was taken out, you still got hard-ons.
Oh shit, that's a pretty personal question.
But everybody wants to know that. A lot of men are afraid that if you take out the prostate, you don't get a hard-on anymore. They'd rather die.
Not for 2 years, but then it does come back with a little work.
Okay.
So for 2 years, you don't have. Oh my God, I would kill myself. I'd have to get a dildo or something.
Yeah.
Do you have a dildo?
What do you mean have to get?
Thank God yet we don't need. Thank God we don't need dildos in this house yet. We're okay. You know, it's still good. Italian stallion and Irish, whatever. English, Irish, whatever that dreck is. But you know,
oh my gosh, I'm the dreck.
So now tell me something wonderful.
I have questions actually for
Go
you
ahead.
because
Wait, the lighting sucks here. All right, there, that's better. All right.
So I went on. I Googled you, and I don't know if this is old stuff or new stuff, but like, so I saw that you had 2 projects. One of them's called "It's So Hard to Talk with a Gun in My Mouth," and the other one's called 49 and a half Shades of Blue Stein. Blue with hyphen Stein.
Blue
I got those.
Yeah, Blue Stein.
Are those like
that? Well, the first book was self-published, and then I got a publisher. And so we took that book down and my publisher didn't want to put a book out with gun in the title. So we changed it to Memoir of a Nobody.
Why?
Oh, okay.
Why is that?
Because there's too much controversy about, gun ownership and
I think it's a bunch of
promoting
bullshit.
violence
Bunch
and
of
promoting
bullshit.
suicide.
I'm going to be in a movie soon. I forgot what it's called, but it's the something. It's the angry. No, seriously, Angry Gun. You mean they're going to change the title of that movie?
Well, maybe not, because that's a movie. This is a book. It's different.
We're getting a little too retarded nowadays. Every fucking thing you say is offensive to somebody, or it's wrong, or you know what? 40, 50 years ago, we all survived because all you kids are here, standing on our shoulders, and we used every word we could think of. We didn't give a shit. So there. Now listen, I have a new name for
Wait,
you.
what does he think of that?
Wait. I don't want to hear his opinion because I'm not interested. I'm not interested.
I know, but I am.
But I want to tell him the title of his next book, The Last of the Whiny Jews. You got to do it because you're always whining about something.
I'm not whining.
Oh, Steve all the time.
One time, the doctor came in after the surgery, and I said, why do I feel like that? And he said, Steve, you just had major surgery. And I said to him, those 2 words never crossed your lips when I was in your office. Major surgery.
Do they cut you open?
That happened to him too.
Yeah. Do they cut you open or go up the poop chute?
No, they cut me open.
You're kidding.
What do you think? They do it through osmosis?
Did they find an alien inside of you?
No, they found. When I came out of the recovery room, I said to the doctor, "You didn't happen to find my garage opener, did you?"
Now that's funny.
No, in a serious note, though, when you said serious procedure or whatever, serious surgery, he had a TERP done when we were in Pennsylvania. And they acted like it was like no big deal, and he was like fucked up for a year afterwards.
I had many surgeries to correct it because I couldn't.
TERP?
Where they go up your dick and they carve you a prostate so you could piss better.
Aye.
Can't get any more down to earth than that. And anyway, they screwed up and they scarred me inside, and the scarring grew and it blocked my urethra, so I was not able to urinate. They put a hole in my stomach and put a pipe, and I was peeing through a pipe from my stomach. Very attractive, by the way, especially in a bathing suit, which I couldn't put on. After 4 or 5 years of many surgeries, they said to me, well, you're going to have to urinate through a glass tube for the rest of your life. I said, that's what you think. We searched and searched and searched, and I found a doctor, Dr. Mitro. Anybody out there with this problem, go to Dr. Mitro. Michael Mitro in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. A genius, the best doctor in the world. He said to me, Ron, I'm going to do a surgery on you where I'm going to take a piece of the inside of your cheek. I'm going to go into your penis, cut it open, put it where the scar tissue is, and let's hope it grows and leaves open so you could urinate.
And they rebuilt his urethra.
They rebuilt it, so I urinate like a camel, and I'm fine.
Wait a minute.
Wait, I'm not finished.
I have a joke. You have cheek material in your...
That's his joke.
That's my joke, you fuck. You robbed it from me. Because I pulled this stuff on you long ago. Oh, you're like Milton Berle. You're stealing work. Anyway, let me hit the button. Let me hit the button. So now when I meet people, I say, don't kiss me on the mouth because I have a cold. I unzip my pants. I say, here, kiss me on my cheek. There you go, Stevie. You blew the.
I had a different punchline.
Let me hear your punchline.
My punchline was, which means you can now suck your own dick.
How's that? I could do that anyway. I'm so big.
Oh, God.
Not really. Just kidding, folks. Anyway, Stevie.
Evidently, this is the dinner show we're doing here.
Yeah, Stevie, I did this for 48 years. Please, it's like all that. I don't think I know how to talk normal anymore. People say to me, "Are you always wisecracking?" I said, "Am I?" I don't even know. You know me. My general conversation's funny.
You guys have been on more red carpets. I think they should just run the red carpet through your living room and save you the drive into L.A.
There you go. We got another one Friday.
We have another one Friday, and then a couple more.
That's what I'm saying.
Then we're going to the Oscars. We have that red carpet to do, which is a biggie, and we dress nice for that. Last year we went to an Oscar party. It was horrible. This year the Oscar party is good because it's by, grab this, you ready? Don't pee yourself. Susie Wong.
Sue Wong.
Susie Wong.
Sue Wong.
Sue Wong, the designer, is throwing the party. Remember years ago when we used to kid around about Susie Wong and Mei Ling?
Yeah, right. Right.
Anyway, she's a fabulous designer. Now I understand that the Oscars will not have meat served. No events can serve meat anymore. So I'm hoping she's going to serve Chinese food.
I still have leftover from New Year's.
No.
Actually, that Chinese food was good at your house at New Year's.
Throw it out. It's bad by now.
No,
I put it in the freezer.
Oh, no, I won't eat that.
So what are you going to serve it next New Year's?
I'll save it next New Year's. We don't throw anything out here at this house.
I know that. But, we are so busy. We don't have time. I wish I could see more of you. I really do. Now that you're living in Palm Springs, we're supposed to hang out. Remember, we don't hang out. I saw more of you in L.A.
Well, that's because I don't live in Palm Springs. I live in Rancho Mirage.
But that's the next town over. Don't get smart.
I know. It's the next town. Yeah, but you're always gone,
I know that. And we're going again. I may be on a shoot for 3 weeks in Atlanta. I have to grow a beard for a movie. I look like crap with a beard. I look like an old man that escaped a mentally ill nursing home with a beard.
That's what you look like right now.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. Well,
wait, go back.
I feel that way right
What
now.
is 49 and a half Shades of Bluestein?
That's another book that is being rewritten even as we speak right now. And hopefully will be released next year sometime.
Okay, so then you're going to have 3 books.
Well, I'll have 3 books, yes. The last one right now that's available to the public is Take My Prostate, Please. Available on
Amazon iBooks. There you go. That's the best place to go.
Wait, so if you have 5 books out, you might make $200 or $300.
Oh, please. I haven't even made back the editing costs on the books. You know why? Because this is the only show I can get on. That's why.
That's because you don't have a public relations man, a PR man, because you're too cheap.
It's hard to sell. It's very hard to sell books. It's just hard.
Now you tell me.
You need to be everywhere.
Well, you already wrote the first one before I ever met you.
Let me tell you something. Jimmy's my PR man. I am on a very big magazine. Jimmy and I are being interviewed. Plus, I'm on the cover of another magazine with just my interview. That's how you get work, because people read.
Hold it. How much is it a month, Jimmy?
Can't do that.
Can't do that on the air.
Oh,
first of all, because you won't pay what everybody else pays.
No, he'll do it for you for like $29.99 plus blue chip stamps.
Plus
remember Raleigh coupons? Remember Raleigh cigarettes, the coupons?
Of course.
Yeah, if you have 3,000 Raleigh coupons.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
But now they do it with points on your cards.
Yes, but seriously, I'm not lying to you, and Jimmy certainly don't need your money. It's because you're our friend. But without PR, you're dead. Absolutely dead. We have friends. I can't mention who they are, but you've met them and you know them, and I love them to pieces. And my special friends that said to me, since I'm with Jimmy, it's amazing how I'm getting work. Can I say it? No, I can't say it. But this gorgeous girl who you've met, who I'm crazy about, is now again back in fucking Europe. She was in Chicago doing a film. She went to Miami to do a film, and now she's in Europe. She was in Europe 6 months ago in Italy doing a film. I mean, she works continuously because of PR.
I also got her IMDb number from all the press went from like 18,000 to like under 100.
I mean, I can interview you. I can interview you for free. I can interview because I write for celebrity.
No, you can't. Right? You can't interview for free.
I can't.
No.
Even though it's my best friend.
Are you gonna like do the transcription? Because I'm not. Like, Celebrity Cafe's not
he's
out.
a writer. He'll do the transcription.
Oh, yeah.
I can get you on Celebrity Cafe, and I can get you in Hollywood. What is it?
You can't get him in Celebrity Cafe. You can get him in Hollywood Digest.
I can get you in Hollywood Digest, the #1 red magazine in the whole fucking Southern California.
In the world. It's one
but you're going to have to do the transcript because I'm not paying that $350 or whatever.
I'll do this transcript.
So I'll interview you. I'm allowed. I write for them for Hollywood. What's it called? Hollywood Digest. Matter of fact,
fix your hair.
I have so many people that are supposed. I have a line of people I'm interviewing on Hollywood Digest, big stars too. I don't do it anymore because I'm busy. I'm running like a crazy man.
I don't like him doing it because I have to do the transcription and I'm too busy to do it.
I'll do the transcription. You know, it's like I'm not being interviewed. It's like I'm watching you two. It's like,
darling, where the fuck have you been? We are not an interview show.
Conversation show.
I tell everybody before they come on, make believe you're in Brooklyn in my kitchen having Entenmann's crumb cake and coffee, and we're talking. That's what our show is.
Let's talk about your stand-up. Let's talk about your stand-up
Our show is a Yenta show. We sit here and we bullshit about whatever pops in our head. We're not going to do a half an hour of all about your club dates and stuff. People turn off. Let me tell you something, Stephen. Listen to me. Look me in the eyes. You ready? This is the third time that we are number fucking one. What are we?
Fourth, top 100.
We're in the top 100 for the fourth time in a row.
On iHeart Podcast.
All right.
Top 100 out of 750,000 shows.
Do you cut your nose hairs? You don't have any nose hairs.
As a matter of fact, I cut them this morning.
It looks good. You don't have any nose hairs. I have to cut mine. You have ear hairs?
What? Usually I can put beads on my nose hairs, you know.
That's funny.
I have it cornrowed.
That's funny. That's worth having you on the show. That laugh, you just saved your ass.
Are you doing stand up? Like, are people booking you to do stand up at all?
Pay him. He'll stand up on his head.
Well, here's the thing. No one is booking me because
no one knows you're alive.
That's exactly right. And but you know, if someone would book me, but it has to be a good venue. I'm not working in some Italian restaurant while they're serving pizza. You know, no, I need to work in a professional setting like a casino or something. That's where I do the best.
Okay, so tell us who are some of the people you opened for?
All right, you ready? Donna Summer, Barry Manilow, Melissa Manchester, Kenny Loggins, Frankie Valli, Seals and Croft, Shana Na, Lola Falana.
Is that a real person?
Yes, Lola Falana.
Lola Falana was fabulous.
Lola Falana, she was amazing. Rita Moreno, Frankie Valli, Frankie Avalon.
You like Rita Moreno, right? That's a good one, Rita Moreno.
I love Rita. I've met her years ago. I met her with what's her name? I shouldn't be working anymore. I'm really burnt.
I read that Steven Spielberg though is remaking West Side Story, and
which is going to be a sin because it's going to be diversity and all political and all about bullshit. Hey baby, it was about white folk and Puerto Ricans in New York City. Bottom line, you can't doctor that one up.
Maybe they'll keep it.
And that's what I'm talking. Cheetah Rivera. Oh, I love Cheetah Rivera. You know, I'm going to have to call Cheetah. I bet you she'd come on our show. You know, she's delicious.
I only know
Cheetah
the name. I don't know what she looks
Rivera
like.
is one of the sweetest, nicest women in the world. She loves the gays. Oh, she loves the boys. There's nothing
Wait,
she
you're
do.
gay?
No, you are. I'm straight as a stick.
You also wrote for like the Brady.
I heard you impersonate Jane Russell for years.
Yes.
You also wrote
yes.
the Brady Bunch Comedy Hour or something, right?
The Brady Bunch Variety Hour. Yeah.
Variety Hour.
And what else?
Voted fourth worst television show in the history of television. And I said to the other writers, we are such losers. We can't even be the worst television show. We have to be the fourth
worst.
Oh, did you win a Razzie for that? Did you guys get a Razzie, or you weren't bad
No,
enough?
but we got an Emmy nomination, but we didn't win. But it was, it was hilarious. And the good thing about that is I got to meet all the Bradys and Florence Henderson. Florence Henderson and I were both managed by the same manager. And that's basically how I got the show. And I got to be friends with Florence, and I was friends with Florence until she died. And of course, Bruce Valanche. Bruce and I have
Still
been
friends.
Yeah, still friends to this day. I love that man. He is so funny and so brilliant. He is so brilliant. I get intimidated when I'm around him because he knows everything about everything.
He's good friends with Eileen Shapiro and Sandra
really?
Sandra Bernhardt. I think we're going to have Sandra Bernhardt on our show. Do you know who Sandra Bernhardt is?
Of course. I was at
Ever
the
work
Comedy
with her?
Store when I was at the Comedy Store when she first came to the Comedy Store, and this is the truth. It was all stand up, and then Sandra come on with her own different brand of comedy, and the audiences would look at her like, "What the fuck is this?" Then she got the movie, right? She got the movie, and the next time she came to the Comedy Store, they were screaming. They were screaming out. All she needed was for the public to understand what she was doing.
Which was difficult.
Which was difficult because she was doing something completely different than everybody else.
Yeah, but she's today. Her stuff today can play. She was before her time.
Way before her time.
Right.
And she is the person who created the phrase fashion police. I heard her say that on stage in 1973. And of course, Joan Rivers' show took it. And, and so, but it was, who are we talking about?
Sandra, I love it. Sandra
It was
Bernhardt.
Sandra Bernhardt.
I've never met her. I've never met her.
She's lovely.
But I'd like to meet her. It would be fun. But I tried to work at the Comedy Club in 1960, whenever it first opened in New York, not here in California. What was it called on 3rd Avenue in New York? What's his name used to run it? The guy that...
The Improv?
The Improv on 3rd, remember? 2nd or 3rd in 50, whatever.
Oh, maybe that's... maybe that's Catch a Rising Star.
No, what's his name? The comedian. It was named after him.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield. And they said, no, I'm sorry, we don't do drag acts. So I never could work at Roger Dangerfield. But I worked all over the neighborhood. I worked 4 blocks away.
Did you work with Rodney Dangerfield ever?
Yeah, I didn't work with him, but I hung out with him at the Comedy Store.
That's very cool.
Yeah, he was a great guy. I mean, I hung out with all
very
of them.
mafia connected, and that club was backed by I don't know who. There's no such thing as a mafia, but anyway, that club was backed by
There's no such thing like the mafia.
No, laundered money or something. Anyway, the Brooklyn, not even Brooklyn, the guys in those days didn't think drag was funny, and they wouldn't have it in their club. Now they wish they had.
I lived around the corner. I lived at 58th between 2nd and 3rd.
Did you ever work at the Townhouse?
No, I didn't do stand-up in New York. I started stand-up in Los Angeles at the Comedy Store.
When you lived in New York, you were right around the corner from the Townhouse gay bar. Did you ever see me work there? I was there.
No, I never went in there, ever.
I worked there for 2 or 3 years.
That's because he's not really gay.
Who's not gay? I didn't know that.
Where is the townhouse? What street?
58 between 2nd and 3rd.
You're kidding.
On the south side.
I lived on 58 between 2nd and 3rd.
No, they were not 58. I'm sorry, not 58. So 53rd Street. No, what? 57th Street. 58 because 58 between 2nd and 3rd on the south side of the street.
Wow, that's amazing. Because I lived on 58.
Remember there was a restaurant there called the Townhouse Restaurant?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then there was, before that, it was called the Regency East, or we called the recently deceased. Because they were all a bunch of 100-year-old queens in there and hustler, young guys trying to get money out of the old queens. So they called it recently deceased. Anyway, Paul Coluccio and Bob DeBenedictis, my good friends, bought that place and turned it into the Townhouse Restaurant. Now, Paul had seen me working in various clubs, never gay clubs, always straight clubs. And he said to me, would you come to my club when it opens and give us a show? And I said, Paul, for you, I do anything. Wonderful sweetheart of a guy. And I did. And I was such a hit. They kept bringing me back for every holiday. I did the Mother's Day show in a very skimpy outfit and with black balloons all over. And I sang, M is for the busted a balloon. I did a strip. It was all totally gay fun, wonderful. And I never got paid, but I didn't care because I did it for my friend. But the drinks were free forever.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to Paul.
What has this got to do with my book?
Nothing, but we're not going to do that. You can't be that way.
I'm joking.
I know that, but I'm warning you. If people are interviewing and you keep doing that, you're controlling the interview. They don't fucking like that. Let them be the ones to bring you down the garden path. Now, your book about the prostate, we're so interested in the prostate. All the women out there are worried about their prostate.
Well, no, they're worried for their husband.
No, they're not. They're waiting for their husbands to die so they can get a young, gorgeous guy and get a good fuck for a change. Trust me, when you're with the old bags, you're married to a guy 30, 40 years, you're lucky he can find it to pee, let alone to screw you. Not me. I'm an exception to the rule.
Of course.
I'm Superman.
So wait, let's tell everybody though, anyway, because we don't have a lot of time. So Take My Prostate, Please, is the newest book by Steve Bluestein, you guys, Bluestein. I know if you just type that into Google, it pops up everywhere, but you go to Amazon, you can get it in 3 versions. It's got a Kindle version, a paperback, and a hardback. Is that all correct? How about
and a Nook, and and it's a Barnes and Noble. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
And don't get bitchy with me, Triz face. We have almost 5 million people right now coming into this show.
Not right now, but
well, whatever. they have to see it when it's syndicated. If you don't sell a couple of 100 books, it's because you stink, not because.
Books are very hard to sell. I had a book that I did on Listen, I had a book I did on Amazon, and it was #1 on Amazon because I gave it away for free just to do that thing that you can do to make it #1. So it went to #1 on Amazon. But in the 2 years I had it up, it only sold 600 copies, and my book was cheap. It was only $9 or something, and it only sold 600 copies. And so books are hard to sell.
That's why they say to me,
books are, but you're supposed to write the books to open up opportunities to do other things.
All. But people say to me, Ron, when are you going to write a book about all the people you know in the business in your life? And I said, for what? You can't sell a book anymore. I'd rather do it in stand-up. I'd rather tour it. I don't think I could tour anymore, but I'd rather do it specific, wonderful gigs.
Yeah, you should use them to be getting big.
That's what you should do.
Take My Prostate, Please tour.
Don't do the book. Listen to me. Don't do the book. Take from the book the funniest stories. Go back on stage. Do 15 minutes of that. You'll make money because people today are stupid. Don't you get it? They're illiterate. They don't know how to read. They can't read script. They can only read print, and it has to be on a computer. If it's on paper, they say,
they can do that. They can get it on
they
a
say,
computer.
what's paper? What's paperback? What does that mean, paperback? They have no idea what paper is.
That's why he gets it on Kindle, though, so that's no biggie.
So if you toured with this book, but not the book, but You know
The
Renee.
content of the
Wait,
book.
you know Renee Taylor.
Yes.
You know who she is. I love her.
Yes.
She's a friend of mine. I went to see Renee when she came to Pennsylvania, and I saw her reading her book on the stage, and we were peeing ourselves because she's an extremely funny lady. I mean, very Jewish, very Brooklyn, very my kind of person. You know, I love people like that. She's a real yenta. And the way she talked about the book, hilarious. Not only did she get paid for that, she had about 350 people in that theater, but she sold 1 million books right there off the shelf. She was yelling, buy my book, buy my book. There's more in it than I told you. Buy my book. That's what you got to do. You need to get a manager.
Plus, you can sell them. Well, you can sell the books though. If you're doing stand up, and then after your stand up, you sell the books.
That's what I just said. Brain dead.
I know.
Taylor
I
did
sell
that.
millions at an event.
I couldn't do that.
No,
I couldn't. No, I could just.
You're too high class.
Yes, exactly. I just couldn't do it.
Please. You're an actor. You're a comedian. You're dirt like the rest of us.
Well, you
We
guys
do anything for a gig.
So listen up, you guys. While Steve's not on tour right now promoting his book, you can still get both of his books, Memoirs of a Nobody and Take My Prostate Please. I did not read Take My Prostate Please, but Memoirs of a Nobody is
Because
hilarious.
he didn't give us one. Cheapo.
Wait. Memoirs of a Nobody is hilarious, you guys. Get both of the books. It's a great read. You'll enjoy them. Go to Amazon.com.
Wait a
just plug
second.
it in.
Let me tell you something about memoirs. That book is bittersweet. I felt terrible at passages. There were parts of the book I felt so sorry for him. There were parts of the book where I really just liked his mother to the point where I was embarrassed. Then there are hilarious things. There's comedy and tragedy. And Stevie brought that out. In his tragic life, which it was quite tragic, there was a great deal of comedy. So if you like that sort of black comedy, buy the book. It's a very funny book. That one I can vouch for.
The thing is that the new book, Take My Prostate Please, has the same tone. That's very, very funny and very touching as well. That's what people are telling me.
Yeah, but that
and
stuff
it already has 18 5-stars on Amazon. 5-star
good.
reviews.
That's very good.
Yeah, but that book, the first book, it's about your youth and your mother and stuff. And you were so open and honest about everything you wrote. It was like a confessional. I mean, I can't believe it, but I loved the first book. The second book, I asked El Cheapo, how come we didn't get one? He said, because he doesn't get them either. I have to buy it. I'll be damned if I'll buy a book and push it. Frig him.
All right. I'll buy you a book and send it
No,
to
don't
you.
buy me a book. I'm not going to give you money for it. I want it for free.
No, I'll buy it.
He'll buy it.
No, I don't want him to. But do you have a book that you can loan me? I'll read it and then give it back.
I don't even have my own book.
I can't believe you don't have copies of your own book.
They don't give me any.
Well, why don't you buy some? This way you could.
But you're supposed to
distribute
be
them.
able to buy them at a cheap price because I have a book that's out now, and I got
and then
copies
give
at a
them
cheap
to
price.
talk show. Steve, we have to talk when you come here. We must
All right.
educate you on how to make money. I mean, every Jew I know is rich and they make money. I don't know where you came from.
Well, he lives in a mansion.
Yeah, but we know how we got that. Bank holding up banks and stuff and selling drugs and prostitution. He's in all that shit. But
No, you know what? You know how I got it? I got it by every time I worked, instead of, could you get a glass for crap's sakes? Jesus Christ.
we are a very down-to-earth show.
Yo, why don't
He's
you go
eating
in the
a grapefruit.
toilet and drink in the bathroom and drink out of the toilet? So,
Actually, I filled
no,
I finished the drink in
We're
the
going to
glass.
wait for you to do that and then film it.
so,
Now,
Wait, let him finish.
Every time I worked, instead of taking my money and buying drugs and going gambling, I invested everything I ever got. And so that's how I'm able to live.
Good for you. That was smart.
That's everybody that's smart. But unfortunately, and I regret, I moved around so much. I owned a house on Spalding Drive in Beverly Hills. I paid $146,000 for it 40 years ago. Today, it's worth about $4.5 million. So had I stayed in that house, I would be $4.5 million rich today.
Also
So-
insane.
No. My home was beautiful. Was a rental. I had a rental apartment I used downstairs. We lived upstairs. It was one of those old 1926 hacienda kind of buildings. You can't miss. Right across Tony Trugman, right across from Rita Hayworth. Excuse me. She lived across the street.
So anyway, you guys listen, because we've got to go. So you guys listen up. First of all, Steve Bluestein, he's on Twitter and Instagram under Steve Bluestein. It's SteveBluestein. Follow him on Instagram and Twitter. Get the books on Amazon, Memoirs of a Nobody and Take My Prostate, Please. And we got to go because we got another guest we got to call.
All right, let's talk after on the phone or something.
All right, we'll talk later.
Smoke
and
signals.
send love to Ben.
Yeah, say hi to my buddy Ben.
All right, feel better. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Love you. Bye, babe.
Love you too.
He's one of my dearest friends in the world. I love Steven. He's a cool guy. He's an honest, down-to-earth guy. He don't pull shit. He's a friend you can trust. Oh, my God.
Super nice guy.
You know what? I
Smart.
crashed. Since we got back from NAMM, I crashed.
Crashed what?
My face. I'm old and wrinkled. Oh, my God.
Fluff your hair up.
I need sleep.
No, fluff this part up. There you go.
I need sleep. Jimmy, I have no sleep. You know what, folks? If you don't sleep, you look like shit. I got to tell you something. You got to sleep. Sleep is the most important thing. And I don't sleep. I'm working all the time.
So we got to do a quick commercial. And if you're going to eat some of that, do it before we call, because I don't want to do it while we're on the air.
No, when the chef is on, I'm going to ask him for some grapefruit recipes now that I have all of Steve Bluestein's grapefruits, and he gave us a bucket full. He has a grapefruit tree in his house. Not in his house, in his garden.
So you guys listen up. You can listen to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell at our home station, W4CY, with Danielle and Scotty J. You can also hear us on K4HD Radio in LA, Jackalope Radio in Kansas City, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Audio Boom, SoundCloud, iTunes, Podomatic, Spotify, iTunes, Spreaker, Apple TV, and Podbean. And on television, we're on... On television, we're on Comcast, Roku, Vimeo, YouTube, and soon we'll be on Amazon Prime.
If you have a frog in your throat, eat Italian bread. It also removes pubic hairs.
I'm just like sickly.
If ever you get a pubic hair caught in your throat, eat a piece of Italian bread.
I'm just kind of sickly. What can I tell you? And then...
Did you drink orange soda from my bottle?
No. This is an orange soda.
Oh, no, I thought he said you were drinking
I'm drinking out of this bottle.
Oh, okay. Because I don't want to get you a syphilis from your bottle.
No, I don't drink orange soda anyway because it's diet. Because it's diet. All right. So, Scotty J.
Yep.
Do we have Ryan Rondino? Do you see if he's on? It's like 3 minutes early, but I thought we would call him.
Yep.
All right. Let's give him a call. Everybody, now we're going to call celebrity chef Ryan Rondino. I don't know if we've ever had a celebrity chef before on the show, have we?
Absolutely.
Oh, no, Kim Namoli.
Kim Namoli. The what is she called, chef?
Oh, my God, I forgot.
Oh, my God. She's...
Yeah. Chef.
About $24 million for somebody, and she was cooking, and we did a show, and she did a fabulous recipe. You can see it. Go to Kim Namoli. Where is she?
Oh, I don't know. That's an echo.
Just look for Kim.
Oh, that's his echo.
Look for Kim Namoli.
Hey, Ryan. Okay, yeah. Now we don't hear.
Wait, and get her. What is that fish that's called with a T?
I don't know. Don't worry. Tilapia.
Tilapia recipe.
Hang on a second. Let's see. Hold on.
Hey,
can you make? Is it possible to make you a little bit lighter without the sun coming in too much?
What a racist remark.
I didn't mean it like that. I want to be able to see him good.
What a
light on top. We want to like show you really like how good looking you are. Let's turn on some lights. There you go. Let's see. There he goes.
We want you white and blue-eyed and blonde.
There we go. Now we just want to be able to see you. Right. That's all. Cause it's like dark.
Nah, we still can't see him.
Oh, it's a little bit better.
Well, not really.
What happens if you open up the blind a little bit? Like turn the thing on the blind. Would it be too much sun?
No.
Half of him will be light.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, no, go back to the way you had it. It was good.
Yeah.
Right there.
No, a little bit more.
Why can't you open up? You got gun? You afraid of guns? You think somebody's out to kill you because you gave a lousy
No, now it's worse. It was good a second ago. Open it. Just open it, and then we'll close it.
You don't want to open it because...
There you go. No, now we can see him. Now we can
that's
see him. There
good.
you go.
Leave
That's
it alone.
good. Leave it like that. Leave it like that.
Leave it.
That way we can see you. All right.
So there you go. Now we got it. We're very crazy.
All right, now say
show.
yeah, we're
so
crazy.
So get ready for fun.
Say something real quick to make sure everybody can hear you.
Say something real quick to make sure everybody can hear you.
There you
That's
go.
good.
All right, everybody.
Starting off on the right foot.
Wait, what is that though? Why do we have that echo?
Because he has the volume on his laptop. Turn the volume off on your laptop.
He can't turn it off because then he can't hear.
Oh.
Scotty, what does he have to do? Now I don't hear it.
A headset would be helpful. Earbuds, a headset, or something.
Say something now, Ryan. Let me see if we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now can you hear me? Oh, good. It's not
now
echoing.
it's not echoing. No, we had an echo before.
Before we get started, give me a grapefruit.
No, we got to introduce them to everybody.
No,
and that
but
can
wait
be
a
part of
second.
it.
Just shut up for a minute. You talk so much. What am I going to do? I want you to think about this. That's why I'm telling you now. My friend Steven, who came on before, gave me like 12 grapefruit. I need a grapefruit something. So think about it. When we come back, you'll tell me what to do.
Hey, it goes well with tuna.
No way.
Way.
Grapefruit and tuna?
Grapefruit and tuna.
All right, so hold on. Let's do a real thing now. All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the incredibly talented superstar celebrity chef, Ryan Rondino. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Let me introduce you to everybody, starting off with my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hey, baby. Tuna? What do I do with this? I squeeze the juice over the tuna?
You could squeeze the juice and make a vinaigrette and just toss like a raw sashimi tuna. And
what is
grapefruit chicken.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Rosh Hashanah sounds Jewish. Rosh Hashanah tuna?
Sashimi tuna, sashimi style.
Sashimi.
What is that?
Even I've heard of that.
I have never.
It's Japanese.
Sashimi? Well, I don't
Sashimi.
speak Japanese. I'm lucky I speak English. I'm from Brooklyn. People don't understand.
Hey, I hear the accent. I hear it.
I know. So now you want me to talk Japanese? They really never understand. So Rosh Hashanah grapefruit. Squeeze it.
Raw. As
raw I eat tuna. So squeeze it. I'm going to do that. I bet you it's delicious. You don't think, Jimmy?
I don't eat it. I don't eat tuna, so I'm not gonna be able to.
I don't eat fish. I don't eat fish. I only eat tuna.
You only eat tuna, no fish.
The only fish I eat. I won't eat. I hate fish.
So hold on, we got to introduce him to the rest of the crew. So we've also some people that you can hear but you can't see. We have Danielle at the W4CY studios in Florida. Danielle, say hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Then we've got our man Scotty J. He's in Philadelphia. Scotty J, say hello.
Yo, Ryan, I love me some grapefruit and tuna.
Hey, why not, right?
Then we have a chat room with like almost every country represented. So say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hello, everyone.
And one person.
Wait a minute. A correction. You know what, Gene? I said to Gene, we're in 178 countries. Gene said, no, we're in every country all over the world.
I know, but there are only 178 countries.
Oh, that's what I said. We're in 178 countries. So right now, everybody all over the world is going to watch you or watch you in syndication.
So let me ask you.
Wait a minute. Stop it. So what have you got to tell the world?
Wait a second, because I want to go over something real quick that we're going to lose.
I'll let you do it.
It's going to pass. It has to do with the grapefruit conversation.
Okay, grapefruit.
So Dave Hughes is in the UK, and he said, try poached salmon with pink grapefruit and basil sauce. Is that good or is that shitty?
No, that's a good combination.
There you go. Good way to go, Dave. So there, you could try poached salmon with the grapefruit.
Now, do you think for 1 minute I remember what I was going to say? I'm going to be 80 years old in May. He forgets. I'm an old goat. I don't remember jack shit. Now, listen. Do you cook Italian?
I love Italian food.
I'm Italian. I cook Italian also. So let's have a duel and see who's got a better sauce. All right? Okay. What do you put in your sauce?
What sauce are you talking about?
Sauce? A red tomato sauce.
Of course, tomatoes, of course. Tomatoes, onions, garlic. I like bay leaves in there. I like basil. I like thyme. Some crushed tomatoes, and just let it go.
Did you say bay leaves or basil?
No, bay leaves.
Okay.
Oh, bay leaves. Okay, gotcha.
I do tomatoes pureed, with with garlic, basil, and a bay leaf, and I forgot what else. Oh, carrots. I chop up carrots and celery and onions.
So you make almost
it takes the acid out of it. If you do
almost
carrots,
a bolognese style.
Right. So if you put carrots in it, for those of you out there, if you find you get agita from the tomatoes, chop carrots. For some reason, why is that? The carrots absorb the acid. Is that what happens?
That's correct. It kind of balances it out with the earthiness.
Right.
So it helps balance the sauce out.
Right. Now, how do you make your lasagna? That's a bitch. Everybody keeps asking me, how come your lasagna is packed? I have a secret. Is your lasagna packed? That sounds
packed.
that sounds nasty.
Hey,
do you have a packed lasagna? Wow.
Beef, pork, and veal.
What's your secret to
he
not?
Just said beef, pork, and veal.
No. What's your secret to not having a watery, runny, sloppy lasagna? A lot of people do.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, make sure you cook the. I like to cook the moisture out, not all the way out, but enough to really sustain that there's no moisture throughout the lasagna when you bake it.
What causes the water, folks, is the water in the ricotta.
Yes.
So what you got to do is get a cheesecloth, throw your ricotta in the cheesecloth, twine it around, squeeze it, get all the milky water out of it. Then you'll have dry ricotta, and you stack it and pack it in your lasagna. Make sure when you take your noodles out of the water, you dry them. I do. I dry them. I let them air dry, so my noodles are dry. That's why I don't have a sloppy lasagna.
So let me talk. Let's brag a little bit for Ryan. First of all, you guys, you can follow Ryan on Twitter and Instagram. He's Chef Ryan Rondino. ChefRyanRondeno. You can check out his website. It's RondinoCulinary.designs.com. I'm going to say it one more time. RondinoCulinary.designs.com. He specializes in French, Italian, and regional American cuisine. You're from Louisiana, right?
Born and raised.
So you do a lot of Cajun and stuff like that too?
They cook down there.
A lot of Cajun Creole. Yeah.
Yeah, they can cook down there. I've eaten down there. Some of the best restaurants are in Louisiana.
So he also has a book, you guys. It's called Spice It Up, Rub It Down. 30 flavorful recipes made easy. And that's the title of the book. And I Googled it, and it was featured on MarthaStewart.com. I don't know how you worked that one out, but congratulations, because that's a big deal when Martha Stewart people see your book.
Well, she thinks she's the best cook in the world, you know. So
he's also, you guys, he's been the celebrity chef for Sean Combs. That's P. Diddy. If anybody doesn't know, his real name is Sean Combs. Ben Affleck, Will Smith, orchestra conductor Gustavo Dudamel. I have to say I don't know who that one is, and Tyrese, which I know Tyrese. I met him on the set of Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yes.
So he's worked with a lot of A-list big people, and so we actually met. We actually met him. He did all the hors d'oeuvres at that Dean Cain event that we went to and met Dean Cain.
Oh, now listen, I don't blow smoke up anybody's ass. I hate phony shit. I'm not like that. We go to these affairs, you could puke. I mean, we went to a Oscar party. If I wish I had a camera to take a picture of what they served, a piece of looked like a rat, and then next to it was some other shit. Looked like the rat threw up, and they put it next to the rat. I got to your place, and I swear to God, I'm not lying. I said to Jimmy, I can't believe it, delicious. I met you. Do you remember me, the crazy guy?
I remember you. Yeah, when I came up.
I think I said to you, your food is delicious.
You're
Never
right.
in my life have I been to an affair where the food was so good. And everything I ate was good. Oh, folks, listen to me. Listen to Ron Russell. If you're having an anything, wedding, major event, you do those?
Yeah.
Call me up.
If you don't call this guy up, your event will suck. It'll fall apart. It won't be good. This guy... You know what? There had to be 300 people there, right?
Oh, at least.
You know how hard it is to prepare food for 300 people?
It was like 400, at least 400.
Yeah, most caterers, by the time they do the fifth meal, it's dead and dried out. This guy had everything gorgeous and fresh and beautiful and delicious. I'm getting hungry.
You got Mike Lovett. So also then
hire him. He's fabulous.
Hire him. He's fabulous. Also then, I want to congratulate you because I saw that your picture with Dean Cain was in OK Magazine. You and Dean Cain made it into OK Magazine, which
I appreciate
I thought was like super cool because I Googled you this morning to look up different things, and I was like, holy shit, Ryan Rondino's in OK. That's a huge man. That's like people.
That's the huge
Dean Cain is a hell of a great guy.
He was a great guy.
Yeah,
he was so nice.
He's a sweet
nice guy.
I wish we could afford you. I think Jimmy's throwing me a surprise 80th birthday party in May, and you could do the catering, but forget it. We're serving Ritz crackers with cream cheese and an olive.
Cream cheese and cucumbers.
No, Ritz crackers. This is called an Astoria hors d'oeuvre from Astoria, Queens, in New York. That's what the kids we used to have. It was a Ritz cracker with cream cheese and a half of olive, and that was our hors d'oeuvre. But if you didn't eat it fast, the juice from the olive made the Ritz cracker soggy.
I also saw you on Good Morning La La Land.
I know who you are now.
Good Morning La La Land.
Wait, I know who he is now. Now I know who he is.
He was on Good Morning La La Land, the Jam TV show, Atlanta Voice, and when we went to that other red carpet event, now I forgot that lady from Riverdale. Marisol was
right.
Marisol Nichols. You were there.
Marisol,
you didn't cook at that one though, right? You were just there.
No, that definitely was not his food.
Yeah, because that food sucked.
No, that was not.
I didn't have any. I mean, I think they were out in an hour, so I was like,
You had to get there like 3 in the afternoon. The party was at 6 because the food was gone by 3:15. Yeah. I mean, it's a joke. I always eat before I go, but if you're cooking, I'm not eating before I go. I'm going to wait.
You gotta come hungry.
That's right.
Now, let me ask you some really good questions. How and why did you think you want to be a chef? Who the hell do you think you are that you're going to cook better than everybody, which you do? But what made you think that you could be who you are?
I'm from New Orleans. I mean, what do you mean? But no, I've always
question answered. Yeah.
I've always loved being around food. Just loved the style, the creativity of it. And, it was something that was, I was really passionate about. So that's what drew me to the culinary arts industry.
Okay, recipes from Granny or Mommy or Auntie, like Patti LaBelle. Did you ever eat Patti LaBelle's peach pie that weighs 12 pounds? It's
no.
Her great. You have to.
I have not. Well, I heard the sweet potato pie.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I don't eat that one.
He doesn't like that one. He likes the peach and the blueberry.
The peach cobbler. Oh my God, it weighs about 8 pounds, and it was her great grandmother's recipe, and it is delicious. You have to. Patti LaBelle can cook, baby. Let me tell you.
Patti LaBelle can cook.
Patti can cook. Everybody, not me. I've never been to her home. I'm dying to meet her, but any one of our friends that have been to Patti's, they said, forget it. She can cook up a storm. Which is good. Now, education. Where'd you go?
I went to Chef John Folt's Culinary Institute.
I don't know. I don't know that one. Do you ever want to go to France to the Bon Bon, whatever it's called?
Le Cordon Bleu? No. No, it's an hour outside New Orleans, so I wanted to really learn the Cajun Creole cooking. The more that style to really help advance my career.
So I bet you make a delicious with the crawfish. I could vomit. Did you ever see crawfish like cockroaches? I mean, how people can eat them on.
They're good. What do you mean?
Oh, they crawl out of the pot while you're cooking them. It's disgusting. I would never eat a crawfish.
I went to a restaurant with him and he saw the lobster swimming around in the tank and I thought he was going to have a heart attack. He's like, I could never eat that after I'm watching that.
And I wanted to report the restaurant to the Human Society of Animals.
My God.
How cruel to boil that poor animal to death.
Crawfish season is coming soon. You got to try some.
I don't know if I could do. I can't do the crawfish. I can do a lot of things. I can do fish, but I can't.
You know what it is? Crawfish isn't that like a what do you call it? That cleans up the ocean. What's it called? Scavenger. Isn't that a scavenger fish?
Well, I mean, they refer to shrimp as scavengers also.
Yeah, shrimp and crab. Shrimp, crab,
I don't
and
eat
lobster
that shit either.
Are all scavengers. He doesn't eat any of it.
No, somebody showed me.
He only eats tuna, for real. He's not joking. He doesn't eat any seafood.
Somebody opened up a clam. I said, what's that black stuff? They said, shit. I said, you're kidding. and you swallow that whole thing? They say, yeah, you don't know it's shit. I said, okay. Swallow away. And they swallowed raw clams. But my friend was drinking beer with it. Never drink beer with raw clams. You'll wind up in the hospital. He had a bellyache, boy. What happens with beer and clams? Tell me.
Most people can do it.
Well, if the clams are not clean, yeah, you're running up a dangerous road. Same thing with oysters. So, you really have to take time to really clean them, especially all your shellfish, crab, mussels, to kind of just prevent any, like you said, a bellyache or any other sicknesses that can happen.
Because it's raw.
So you wouldn't eat them unless you cleaned them. You wouldn't pop it open and throw it in your mouth.
What's your next?
All seafood has to be clean.
What's your next event? Invite me so I could eat your food for free. I'm not kidding. I swear to God, and I never do this. I never do this. I swear to you, your food was so good. I kept eating it, and I thought to myself, "Don't do that, Ron. You look like a pig. You look like you know."
It's one of the only events that we didn't have to go get something to eat afterwards.
And I kept eating. And don't ask me what I ate, but you know what I loved the most? Those beautiful flowers. What the hell was that all about? They were round, gorgeous flowers with something in them. What was that?
No, those are all edible flowers.
Oh, they were real flowers?
Yeah, real flowers, edible.
but they were delicious.
Thank you.
No, I'm talking about the hors d'oeuvre that they passed around.
Yeah, this is what he's talking about.
Those are real fucking flowers?
Edible flowers.
Edible flowers.
Real fucking flowers. I thought they were like made from something. Delicious. What made you think you could cook with flowers? and get away with it?
It's part of the earth, so you got to use it up.
There you go. I love that.
I'm going to go out and buy a rose bush.
So in the chat room, they want to know who cooks for you and do you eat it? Like, do you have certain chefs or like that you like, oh my God, I love the food of this person?
I have different friends different chef friends that throw down. So
I love the way you said that throw down. I love it.
What do you think of McDonald's?
I can only eat their fries. That's it.
I know. Well, the rest of it's fake. It's cardboard.
It's cardboard. It's not. It's only a percentage of meat.
That's all Jimmy eats. Is McDonald's.
Wait. As a professional chef, do you eat at fast food restaurants at all? And if you do, which ones are the ones that you choose? That if you were going to have to eat something, which one would you go to?
If I had to eat at a fast food restaurant, I still like Wendy's. Wendy's is
okay. I like Wendy's.
Chick-fil-A.
No, I can't eat Chick-fil-A because they don't like gay people. But we eat at Chipotle. Chipotle's my favorite.
I haven't had Chipotle in a long time.
Okay.
I don't eat any of that crap. I despise fast food because it's poison. And if people out there knew what they were eating, they're going to have intestinal problems in a few years because your intestines have a nervous breakdown when that slime is going down. I don't even like certain restaurants because a lot of restaurants are not using virgin olive oil or real olive oil. They mix motor oil with olive oil,
You said
I'm a Brooklyn Guinea. I'm a Brooklyn Guinea. I know olive oil. I can taste it. If I go to a restaurant and they use motor oil, I can feel it on my tongue. It's ugh. So
yeah, he gets sick too when he doesn't when he eats like.
Now tell me, how many times have you been to Europe?
I've been throughout Europe. I've probably been once. I went to France, Italy, Spain, Portugal.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. No bullshit on this show.
Hey, that's the truth. That's the story.
No, I don't mean that. Europe eats far better than America.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, the food there is pure, delicious, and wonderful. Why can't we do that here? Why do we have to serve poison to everybody?
Well, because everyone wants everything quickly. No one wants to take time to really sit down, have a nice meal, or even if you're cooking at home, cook a proper meal because I guess they say it takes too long. So
no, it's true. It's true. Italy, it's a 3-hour lunch.
Mm-hmm.
They close every store closes up for 3 hours. At least they used to. I don't know anymore. But they close up for 3 hours, so you can take a nap if you want,
take a nap,
or go to a lovely little restaurant and have a delicious meal. Now, do you know what puttanesca is?
Yes.
Do you know what it means?
It was back in the day when the wives wanted to get the husbands horny.
No. The
Close.
Puttanesca is abbreviation of puttana. Puttana is a whore in Italian. The hookers in Italy only had 15 to 20 minutes to eat. So they had to come up with a meal that was really quick. And that's what puttanesca is. It's a fast meal. So they call it puttanesca.
So the hookers can eat quickly.
Right. So it's really what you're eating is a hooer's delight.
Love it. So I have a question for you.
Hooker food.
So you guys, Ryan Rondino has a gourmet spice collection of spice rubs, and they're on Amazon if you Google it. I was Googling to see all
I got to hear what this is.
Wait, that's my first question. So he's got 3 different flavors or whatever. I don't know what they were. I didn't write it down.
I have 6 flavors, so you
okay.
They can go to my website.
Okay, but I have a question. I don't know what's that mean when it says it's a spice rub? Like what's a rub?
I mean rub. Some people say rub. Some people say spice blend. So these are just blends that are put together.
A blend of spices put together.
Like if you rub it on your penis, does your partner enjoy it?
Hey, if that floats your boat.
Because it's a spicy meal. I think nobody's ever said that to you. I can't wait to see you. I want to see you again.
I think we're going to see him Friday.
Because I know that following you is that delicious food.
Oh, not on Friday. You're going to the soiree thing, right? On Friday?
Yeah, Friday evening, yes.
Yeah, we're going to see him at the Grammy party that we're going to.
So bring a couple of goodies in the bag. Because I'm sure the after party is going to serve shit for sure.
I don't know how the food's going to be, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, we're going to eat ahead of time.
Yeah, we're eating ahead of time. Trust me.
So actually, everybody, let's do a quick commercial for that. If you're in LA Friday, you can go to the soiree.la, THESOIREE.LA. It's the 6th annual pre-Grammy soiree. Lots and lots of famous musicians and celebrities going to be there, including Ryan Rondino and Ron and I.
Yes.
And it's going to be a lot of fun for people who listen to our show a lot. If you want to go, you can get tickets at the soiree.la. Eugenia Kuzmina is going to be there. Scott Page, a whole bunch of people.
I want to ask him a question. He may not be able to answer it for reasons. How are you priced? Say like there's 50 people at a party. Mm-hmm. How do you price?
Depends on what you eat.
Well, I know. I'm asking him, Four Eyes, not you. How do you price them?
It depends on the menu. Depends on if it's buffet, if it's plated, if it's pass hors d'oeuvres. So it just a lot of different.
Just pass hors d'oeuvres.
Is it high end? Is it premium? Is it simple?
High end.
Pick one.
High end.
You could be like 80 to 100 a person.
How much?
80 to 100 a person.
Oh, you got big balls, baby. I love it. 80 to 100 so we ate all that money at that thing we went to. I ate about $3,000 worth of food. Oh my God, I can't believe what I ate. Oh my God, 80 to 100 a person.
Well, they're saying that's pretty normal, though, in the chat room. They're saying.
Right. If you say,
we can't do Ritz crackers with cream cheese. No.
There are different levels to it, but if it's like high end, we're going to the max.
Let's go down the ladder. Not high end. Let's say as cheap as possible.
So we would say 50 a person.
50 a person times 50 people is how much?
$2,500.
$2,500. Nah, my friends ain't worth it. I'm gonna serve tacos,
but there won't be any olives on crackers.
No, I'm gonna serve. What are those things you dip in the red Mexican sauce?
What the
nachos
in the
nachos and
salsa. I like that, actually.
Now, one thing, too, about, though, because you like all the food that you had, it had a beautiful, it was displayed beautifully.
Beautiful.
I mean, it looked like you had been working on it for weeks.
Now, that part, was that an 80 to 100 person?
That was probably like a 50 to a 60.
Wow, that looked great.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody out there.
Oh, that was really good. So you're $80 to $100. You're $100 a person. That must be some freaking really amazing
Invite
shit.
Me for a taste.
It's like it's next level.
Yeah, next level. It's next level. I love that.
Next time you're doing 100 a person, invite us and we'll critique it and we'll film it and we'll push it and I'll get to eat. But seriously, folks, you out there, for $50 a head, if you want to blow that kind of money, he does a beautiful presentation and it's delicious and it looks like $100 a person. It didn't look $50 to me. No way.
You can find out more about him and they can contact you on your website, right?
Yes.
So it's RondinoCulinaryDesigns.com, and you can tweet to him and Instagram with him at Chef Ryan Rondino. Which you got to get on your Twitter more, dude. You haven't been on it lately.
Yeah, and
I'm always on Instagram for some reason.
Get him on Instagram, you guys.
Are you single?
I am single.
How old are you?
I'm old. I'm probably old as you.
No
you're
way.
Right. No, only because I have somebody to fix you up with. You know Cece Peniston, the singer? Cece
back in the 80s. Yeah.
My very dear friend.
Yeah, yes. I'm 40. Yeah.
You're only 40. You're young. I mean, I thought you were actually younger than that.
No, that's good. Cece likes him younger. I'm gonna see.
How old do you think he is?
I told him already.
Oh, you told him?
Yeah, I think
he's 80.
He will be in May.
Yet. I'm still young. I'll be 80 in May. I'm going to tell Cece to watch this in syndication. I'm always trying to find somebody for you. You'd be a good hookup for her.
You trying to play matchmakers, Match.com?
You're very handsome. I remember how good looking you are. And she only likes good looking guys. She's beautiful. Did you ever meet Cece?
I never met her. But
get you at one of the events when she's in town. We'll get you to meet her.
Gorgeous. She's she is so gorgeous and a sweetie and a delight. Very dear friend of ours.
So what's one of your most popular things that people like when they hire you that you make for people that everybody loves?
That's a hard one. I mean, because every menu is customized. Everything's different.
Okay, let's say it's for like people like me. I'm a WASP, and I like American food.
Man, nothing, no sauces,
no sauces, no nothing.
No salt, no pepper. He eats salad raw.
No, I don't. I put lemon.
No tuna and grapefruit.
No, don't worry about for me because I'm not a normal eater. I'm a bad eater.
I happen to be an excellent cook, okay? I've been cooking all my life because I raised my 2 children and I learned from my grandmother who was a ginzo off the boat from Italy. So I have recipes that are really 100 years old, more.
Nice.
I cook well. For him, I want to slit my throat. He doesn't eat this. He only wants meat and everything. So now
I like meat. I can't help it.
I'll put meat and everything in order.
He looks like a meat and potatoes guy.
I am a meat and potatoes. I'm a total wasp.
But I make it. Listen, we're from Genoa, Italy, and I make a pesto sauce like nobody else makes. Okay?
I like pesto.
With my pine nuts and my basil and my cheese and my olive oil.
He has like a thing. It's this little red thing. It chops it all up together.
A little red thing that chops it up. Don't say moulin.
Isn't that what it's called? What is it called?
You're going to get in trouble. Moulin is what the Italians call black people.
Oh. What is that red thing? You told me it was what's it called?
It's called, what is it called?
What's the little thing that you like to turn? It's a little teeny thing and it chops everything up. Now you got me thinking.
You had a food processor?
Now he's got me doing this with the moulin. I can't believe it. Good thing we love black people. I'd be in big trouble. This thing, it's a, what do you call it?
Yeah, that's a little baby food processor.
Chopper food processor. There's another name for it. It's the brand name. A Molinari court or something, was it? Culinary.
That's a Cuisinart.
Cuisinart. Good thing we're known as. Meanwhile, I want to ask you something. I just found out at this thing I went to. I spoke with a booking agent of rock stars, and she told me that they're limiting the amount of black people on the Strip in Las Vegas. Ooh. And if you're a black singer, you must sing with a white band. Have you heard anything about this, or is this?
I have heard nothing.
You have heard nothing.
Okay. We're gonna find out if it's true because we're gonna have him on our show. We met him at NAMM. We were at NAMM this past weekend.
I'm already publicizing that if it is true, we're gonna boycott Vegas. We're gonna do a whole. We're gonna do a whole thing because this is not 1962 anymore.
Nah.
Let's get over that shit, folks.
So all right, so we've got 6 minutes left. What do you want to talk about? What do you got to promote? You got anything that you want us for sure to talk about?
I think my next project is I'm working on an app, working on a recipe app. Maybe Puttanesco on there. Who knows? But it's gonna be a recipe out.
Do you
cook all
bake?
over.
Do you bake?
I do bake.
I can't bake for shit. I burn everything.
Dude, it's patience. You gotta take your time.
Oh, I hate.
Okay, so what are good things that you
Even
make for
chocolate chip cookies. I burn.
Oh, I love chocolate chip cookies.
They look like hockey pucks when I'm done.
No, so what are some of your favorite things to bake, and what kind of desserts? Like, let's say you were going to go do a party and you needed to bring a good dessert and money was what would you make?
I love ice creams. I love pies. I love ice creams. I love cakes.
Me too. I'm a pie.
Cobblers, crisp. I mean, stuff for a crowd that works well. You gotta
Wait, what was that? Wait, what was that you just stuff on what?
No, stuff for a crowd, like desserts for a crowd.
Oh, okay, for a crowd. Okay, gotcha.
Yes, but I mean, if it's for a party, like a sit down dinner, it's composed ice creams, different style ice creams. I love cream cheese ice cream or buttermilk ice cream, things of that nature. So a lot of different styles of cakes.
When you make your chocolate mousse, you know how I make mine? I use Italian espresso coffee in it. Not the grinds, just the coffee.
So you make an espresso?
With the espresso coffee, as I said, my daughter did it once and she put the grinds in it, ruined the whole thing. And then use the darkest chocolate you can get, which is usually the Italian or French chocolate, and Cointreau.
Yes, so you like the orange liqueur.
Oh my God, is it delicious? A lot of sugar. It's bad for you, but the espresso coffee makes it with the chocolate is divine. Oh, I could have that right now. Ooh. I could be a fat slob very easily. I could be a 500-pound horse. I like to eat. I like your food. I like tasty food like your food.
How do you actually do
Shut
that?
up for a minute. If the food doesn't taste good, I don't want it. I don't want shitty food. Jimmy knows. I don't want to eat just for the sake of stuffing my gut. No, I want to taste it. It's got to be delicious like your food.
Season. Right.
So how do you do that though? So how do you stay in shape with the fact that you cook like all this expensive, high-calorie food all day long? Because you have to taste it.
Hey, you gotta taste it. I work out in the gym 3 or 4 times a week.
Okay.
Look at Emerald. What happened to him? He's like 3,000 pounds.
He lost a lot of weight. He lost a lot.
For a while he was really big.
He was big for a while, yeah.
Emerald Lagasse.
Have you worked with any of the big chefs? Somebody in the thing wanted to know if you knew who's that guy who like yells at everybody?
Oh, Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah, they want to know if you've ever worked with Gordon Ramsay.
Who needs a touch up all the time?
I haven't worked. I worked with Emerald, but not Gordon Ramsay.
Okay, Emerald's better. He has got a good reputation.
I wonder if you worked with my daughter's very dear friend,
Michelle Ragussis.
Michelle Ragussi.
No, I haven't.
She won on the television show Best Chef on that cook show. Top Chef. She won Best Chef.
Wait, what season?
I don't know which season it was.
I don't know. But
actually, they just texted me a message because they want to come on the show, and
Deirdre
wants to come on with her.
Yeah. Oh, Michelle is fabulous. She's a terrific gal, and I don't know if her food's as good as yours, but I got to tell you again, and I swear to you, everybody out there, I'm not lying. I've been around Beverly Hills, New York City, Europe. His food at that party was absolutely the best I have ever had at a gathering. Usually they throw shit at you, they don't care. But his was time taken, done beautifully, served well, and so tasty and good. That is the God's honest truth.
And he never lies.
No, I never lie.
You should be here when we're Brooklyn. You should be here when we're sitting here and somebody's on there and he's like, "Yeah, I didn't really like your food."
No. I was raised, if you have nothing nice, say nothing at all. Right. Now, if I didn't like your food, I would have taken the whole conversation to your background, your family, your sister, your Aunt Tilly. I would have taken it all over, but never to your food. But with you on this segment, I've only directed to your food because I'm thinking about it. A lot of booze they had there too. Did you see all the liquor?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God, there was, because Absolute sponsored it. So vodka was coming out of the Johnny Pump, the fire hydrants.
No, it wasn't Absolute. It was that.
Who?
It was
We have booze on our bar.
It was the Banderos. No, the company that did the celebrity stuff.
Oh, Bogart.
Yeah, it was the Bogart stuff.
Bogart people did it. We love Bogart.
Yeah.
Bogart's booze is great.
We got a bunch of it for free because one of the people who reps it gave us a bunch of bottles.
And that made it taste even better.
Oh, wow.
We love Bogart. It's a good liquor. It was a lovely party, lovely food, beautifully
One
served,
cool
good
thing
booze.
about having a popular talk show is that like people give us all kinds of free shit.
Right. And Gene
want to promote for him.
Gene Kane was the highlight of that party. He was the sweetest, nicest guy in the world. And even though they paid him like $10,000 to be there, he stayed there longer than he should and was a friend to everybody, which goes to show he wasn't like okay, my hour is up, goodbye.
Right.
Yeah, he was a good guy.
He was there for the evening.
Real good guy, real nice guy.
He earned that $10,000. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I don't give a shit. What do I care?
Who
So,
knows?
who knows?
So
now-
one more time,
wait,
'cause
wait,
we've only got 1 minute.
One more thing. Now, be honest, because we don't lie on this show. When you're home, do you ever order in?
No.
Thank God. Good for you. That crap that you get when you order in. Now, tell us again about MSG. How dangerous is it?
It's just a salt additive. So it's it's used in a lot of Asian cooking. So obviously, I don't think it's as dangerous as people make it out to be. So I think just like anything, you can't have too much of anything. So you just gotta be mindful of how you use it.
I'm allergic because my fingers swell up in my toes. I swell from MSG.
Wait, we gotta go though. We gotta go.
We gotta go. Anyway, who cares?
Hold
about
on,
me
everybody. So
swelling
this
up?
is Ryan Rondino,
Hey, everybody,
you guys,
it's Scotty
Celebrity
J.
Chef.
Thanks
Follow
for
him on
visiting.
Twitter and Instagram at Chef Ryan Rondino. He's not really on Twitter, so go to Instagram and check out RondinoCulinary.com. And we'll see you Friday night at the soiree.
See you Friday night,
See
Ryan.
you then.
Thanks.
Terrific. Thank you so much. Good
Bye-bye.
show.
All right,
Thank
everybody.
you. Bye-bye.
Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week.